All right, the lineups are being introduced right now. And the Mustangs are sticking with their same lineup. Their same starting lineup as they had on Tuesday night. And we'll get to that here momentarily. And again, a very talented squad here for Berthoud, going for their 15th win of the season, while the Mustangs are looking to pull off the upset. For Berthoud, they go with junior Maddie Barkuski along with senior Ariana Reneker, the leading scorer, the sophomore Brianna Fowler, and senior Sydney Leeper, the second leading scorer on this team, along with junior Emily Cavey. The Mustangs with a couple of seniors at Whitney Frasco and Maddie Griffith in the starting lineup, and three juniors, Allie Christensen, Lauren Keller, and Clementina Numerolongo, which the public address announcer could not even get through the second syllable, but I don't blame him. It's not an easy name to pronounce unless you proofread it. Opening tip brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. The Mustangs in their Road Blacks, coached by Mitch Elrick. Alan Gibson, the head coach of Roosevelt. He was the longtime baseball coach at Roosevelt. I should say the head coach at Berthoud here, formerly of Roosevelt, and a very good baseball coach. He won state championships over there. Berthoud dressed in their home whites. Emily Cavey jumping center for Berthoud. Numerolongo for Fort Morgan. And the opening tip on this Thursday night is controlled by Berthoud. Here comes Sydney Leeper into the front court. At the top, met by Griffith. With a left-handed dribble now between the legs behind the back. Bounce pass on the outside right to Barkuski. Barkuski dribbles by Numerolongo, picks up the dribble, kicks it back out. Now straight away the three by Cavey's up, and that's off the back of the rim, and the long rebound was off the hands of Allie Christensen, but it went off Berthoud out of bounds. It was loose on the floor, and it was Barkuski going diving for the ball, but her foot was on the line, and along the side, Lauren Keller to throw it in. And I'm not sure what's happening there. Coach Elrick wants Autumn Wheatley into the game. 18 seconds in. I guess the officials were not expecting this quick of a substitution, but that's what happened. So here comes Griffith across the timeline. Met over there by Reneker. Maintains the dribble. Crossover dribble. Got to get rid of it. And that's a 5-second call. That's a good call. And again, turnovers have been an issue for Fort Morgan. They had 14 in the opening quarter against Holy Family, then cleaned it up quite a bit after that. But by the time they started playing more consistent basketball, they were way down in that game. Sydney Leeper on the outside right to Reneker. Now to Barkuski. Straight away Leeper. Three in the air, and that's in. That is made by Sydney Leeper. Straight away it's 3-0 Berthoud. 7:15 to go in the opening quarter. Maddie Griffith dribbles to her right. Maddie Griffith to the rack. Maddie Griffith banks and misses. Got nothing but glass, and there's a tie for the rebound between Wheatley of Fort Morgan and KV of Berthoud. And the ball stays with the Mustangs. Christensen to trigger it in to the right of the basket in the front court. Christensen lobs it way back out to Keller. Lauren Keller on the high left in the right corner for Christensen. Dribbles to her left, spins along the right baseline, double team, and then she has the ball stripped away, and then it goes off of Frasco out of bounds after Leeper lost it. So turnover Fort Morgan, that's their second. So far they've taken one shot and committed a couple of miscues, down 3-0, and here comes Sydney Leeper. Berthoud met in the backcourt by Griffith. Still in the backcourt to Reneker. Here's Barkuski now to Sydney Leeper at the top of the basketball. In the right corner to Fowler. Down low to Barkuski. Double team. Back out to Fowler. Right wing three. And that's off the back of the rim. And the ball lands in the hands of Whitney Frasco on one hop. There is the outlet to Maddie Griffith. And she holds the ball in the backcourt looking for an outlet. Now finds Keller in the front court across the timeline. Lauren Keller dribbling to her right. Now crosses over against Brianna Fowler. On the outside, left on the bounce to Autumn Wheatley. Wheatley with 6:23 to go in the opening quarter. Berthoud leads 3-0. Wheatley looking. Bounce pass high right to Christensen. Christensen towards the corner, behind the back, picks up the dribble. Back out to Frasco near midcourt now to Maddie Griffith. Overhead pass on the high left to Keller. Keller near the left corner to Christensen. Dribbles to her right. Lob down low. Poked out of bounds by Cavey, intended for Keller. Fort Morgan retains possession with 6:08 to go in the first quarter. And still a 3-0 game. Keller to throw it in. Boy, looking inside. Right baseline feeds Frasco. Dribbles. Wants to shoot. Cannot. She's cut off over there by Leeper. Bounces it back out to Griffith. Against Reneker on the outside right to Wheatley behind the three-point line. Lob down low. Well, Griffith was cutting towards the basket. Didn't see it. And it goes out of bounds. And the Mustangs commit their third turnover. And they will pick up pressure. Quarter court. As Maddie Griffith once again now will back up towards midcourt and guard Sydney Leeper. With a basketball on the high right is Reneker. Mustangs in a man-to-man right now. At the top for Leeper, or player-to-player, I should say. On the outside left, here is Cavey at the free throw line. Stripped beautifully by Griffith. She tries to chase it down, cannot. It's out of bounds along the side there in front of the Berthoud faithful. And Berthoud retains possession. 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. It's only a three-pointer so far by Sydney Leeper that has accounted for the scoring. And Leeper has the basketball. Left-handed dribble. Dribbling towards the left. Gets a pick from Fowler. Dribbling left baseline. Double teamed. Overhead pass into the lane to Cavey. Back out. Fowler right wing three. That's good. Brianna Fowler nails the triple. 6-0 Berthoud. Nearly 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the game. Make it 2:15. On the outside left, Keller into the front court. Picked up by Fowler. Dribbles to her right. Near the right corner, here's Griffith. She pulls up, and her three is going to be well short. And the rebound into the hands of Ariana Reneker. Reneker on the outlet to Leeper. Leeper at the top of the three-point circle against Maddie Griffith. Picks up the dribble. Now feeds it back out to Cavey. Well behind the three-point line. Allie Christensen backs off a bit. And for some reason, she picked up the dribble. On the outside right, Fowler dribbles right of the lane. Fouled by Keller. That's the bump by Lauren Keller. The first foul by either side. And with 4:46 to go, first quarter, Berthoud leading 6-0. And just beyond midcourt, it'll be Reneker to throw it in for Berthoud. On the bounce to Leeper. Leeper against Griffith on the high right. Leeper trying to institute a ball fake, but Griffith is not buying it. Bounce pass back out to Barkuski at the free throw line. Jump pass. Fowler left wing three, and she did it again. Nothing but string. That's a beautiful shot there by Fowler. That's why the sophomore is averaging 15 points a game. 9-0 Berthoud. First substitution about to come in there for Berthoud. Timeout Mitch Elrick. A full timeout. We'll take it with him. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to go. First quarter. It's Berthoud 9, Fort Morgan nothing. This is Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Berthoud leads. Now it's 8-0. Apparently one of those shots was a 2. So that would have been by Brianna Fowler's second shot. So 8-0. Called it a 2. Mustang basketball. Frasco bounce pass is tipped away, and it's intercepted by Cavey. Cavey all the way against Griffith. Banks and scores to the right of the basket. Emily Cavey scores for the first time. Mustangs with 4 turnovers. Trail 10-0. 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Griffith all the way is bumped and fouled as she misses. A nice strong move by Maddie Griffith. The foul by Kelsey Salland, who just checked into the game. And Maddie Griffith to the line to get the Mustangs on the board here with an even 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the first of 2 tonight from Berthoud High School. And the free throw by Griffith is in the air, and that one is short. Second free throw upcoming. Frasco is out. Ali Bauman is in. Actually, might have clipped the back of the rim from our angle across the way. Just definitely missed. But the second one is good. And that free throw brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill works with the community to make sure there are jobs for the members of the communities they're in. Cargill Meat Solutions. For the second straight game, the Mustangs have fallen behind 10-0. Then they scored the next 3 points against Holy Family. It's 10-1 here. 3:43 to go in the opening quarter. In the left corner, the pass from Fowler goes right into the left of the Mustang bench out of bounds. First turnover for the Spartans. That was intended for Cavey over there. And Keller triggers it in on the bounce to Maddie Griffith. Griffith in the backcourt. Bounce pass front court to Keller. Double team. Keller's got to dribble out of traffic. Tries to. Overhead pass now to Wheatley. Nice job by Keller. Left of the lane. Now back out to Bauman in the corner. Jump pass. Cross court. Tipped away. Keller has it in the lane. Lean shoots and scores. Lauren Keller. Little 6-footer in the lane. The Mustangs now doing what they did 2 nights ago. They scored the next 3 points after giving up the first 10. 10-3, three-pointer straight away. Salad is nothing but glass. And the rebound to Griffith. She's fouled in the backcourt by Fowler. And if you get her into foul trouble, that's a good sign. Now Mustang basketball. Just like that, a couple of possessions. You get to the line, you score a bucket. You start gaining some confidence. You're down by 7. They've only committed 4 turnovers in this quarter, which is a vast improvement from what happened on Tuesday night. Maddie Griffith back out to Keller. Keller on the outside right, hands it off to Griffith. Overhead pass cross court to Wheatley all the way. Bumped, banks and scores with the left hand. She took the bump there from Sydney Leeper and banked it in with the left hand. Nice strong move by Autumn Wheatley. Mustangs in a 5-0 run, trail 10-5. Long 3, Leeper is off the front of the rim, and Lauren Keller chases down the rebound for Fort Morgan. And then Keller throws it off of Emily Cavey out of bounds, intended for Allie Bauman. Mustang basketball in the backcourt. And now Fort Morgan has gained plenty of momentum. After the early 10-point deficit, they have cut the lead in half. Griffith the other way on the outside left for Bauman. Bauman dribbles to her left, feeds it back out to Wheatley. Wheatley with 2:36 to go. Spins at the free throw line, then lost control of the basketball. Here is Sydney Leeper. It's a 2-on-3, though. She pulls up from 6. Back rimmed it, no. Allie Christensen grabs the Fort Morgan rebound. And there's the outlet to Maddie Griffith. Here's Maddie Griffith all the way. And she has the shot blocked out of there by Fowler. Then the ball is loose in the backcourt and picked up by Fowler. Nice aggressive move. Unfortunately, did not pay off there for Maddie Griffith. 2:11 to go in the first. Berthoud 10, Fort Morgan 5. Griffith picks up Leeper, who picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to Cavey against Lauren Keller. On the outside right to Salin. Salin double team, feeds it right corner. Leeper, wide open 3. Yes. Yeah, Bauman left her alone, and Leeper nailed the triple. Yeah, they can't leave the three-point shooters alone. That's their 4th outside shot they made in the third 3. Stops the 5-0 run, 13-5. Bauman in the lane, back out, right wing. Griffith 3, hits nothing but window. And the ball is into the hands of Ali Padilla, just into the game. On the outlet to Leeper, on the outside left to Fowler, steps in. Little 14-footer is around and no good. But the rebound by Salin, she's fouled. That might be Keller. That could be her second if she did get her from behind. And, yep, it is on Lauren Keller. And Numero Longo, nope, is not going to check it. It'll be Emma Wolf instead. Substitutions by Berthoud. Maddie Barkowski back into the game along with Ariana Reniker, and for the first time, Addie Spears in for Berthoud. 1:32 to go. 13-5 Berthoud. And Fowler to throw it in. Fowler has the ball tipped by Christensen on the inbounds and intercepted nicely by Allie Bauman. Second turnover for the Spartans. Bauman on the high right with the basketball. Dribbles right baseline. It's going to be cut off over there. Feeds Wolf. Emma Wolf on the outside left to Griffith. Griffith against Reniker. Left baseline to Christensen. 10-footer hits nothing but glass, but it deflects all the way to Griffith. So the Mustangs reset the offense. Here is Wheatley in the right corner. Double team. Bounce pass back out to Bauman. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Bauman crossover dribble into the lane all the way. Has a shot partially blocked. It was blocked out of there by Brianna Fowler. Fowler with a 3-on-3 at the free throw line. Outside left to Barkowski. Bumps into Wheatley. Foul on Wheatley. And that'll be the team's third foul, the first on Autumn. 54.6 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Berthoud maintains an 8-point lead. Colorado Plains Medical Center has experienced physicians and a highly trained surgical team trained in the latest surgical procedures. Three-pointer off the inbounds pass is good, and that was nailed by Ariana Reniker. That is their 4th 3 of the opening quarter, and Fort Morgan's down by 11. Griffith the other way to Bauman. Lob down low, poked out of bounds by Salin, intended for Christensen along the right baseline, and Berthoud is playing some defense now. Fort Morgan retains possession. 16-5 Spartans. Christensen throws it off of Salin, and it rolls inbounds and rolls out of bounds along the side. She had no option. If not, she would have been called for 5 seconds. So Christensen to do it again here, but this time from the corner in the front court. So her angle is cut off even more. It's going to be a lob in the backcourt. That's not an over and back. It's chased down by Griffith underneath her own basket. Griffith gets a pick from Wheatley, crosses midcourt, crossover dribble into the lane, jump pass, left corner, Christensen, wide open 3, and that's off the back of the rim, and the rebound is controlled by Brianna Fowler. There's the bounce pass, and the layup is up, and that is good. Wide open there to Addie Spears, and Berthoud is now on an 8-0 run after scoring the first 10 points of the game. Griffith the other way, banks, and scores. Maddie Griffith with a strong move to the rack. That stops the 8-0 run. It's 18-7. 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. In the right corner with the basketball. Spears bounce pass down low, and that is off of Maddie Barkuski, out of bounds. Turnover number 3 there for Berthoud. And checking in is Ali Padilla for Berthoud, replacing Brianna Fowler with 6.7 seconds to go. Autumn Wheatley to throw it in. And that will be rolled in and then touched at midcourt here by Griffith. Griffith with 4. Griffith dribbles to her left, at the top with 3. Right to the free throw line. Right corner, Bauman. She puts up a shot, and that's scored at the buzzer. Made by Allie Bauman. So the Mustangs, after trailing 10-0 early, then make a run, but they're down by 11. It's Berthoud 18, Fort Morgan 7 after 1 quarter, a 1-minute break on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. The Mustangs trail 18-9. 9 is the number of points the Mustangs after that Bauman shot at the buzzer. The scoreboard was stuck on 7 for a bit, but it's 18-9. Let's head to the second quarter in Berthoud. Emma Wolf to throw it in out there with Maddie Griffith, Autumn Wheatley, Allie Bauman, and Allie Christensen for Fort Morgan. Brianna Fowler back in there after a brief rest, along with Ariana Renneker, Sydney Leeper. And then there's Cavey out there and Barkuski. On the right wing, the shot by Bauman is short, and the putback is missed there by Wheatley, but she's fouled. Autumn Wheatley to the stripe to shoot 2, and now Fort Morgan again trying to reclaim some momentum after trailing early, and the Barkuski fouls her first. Yeah, they built a 10-0 hole, but have actually outscored Berthoud since then, 9-8, and the Wheatley free throw is in. Whaley and Griffith both have 3 points. Second free throw coming up for the junior Autumn Wheatley, and that is around and good. Mustangs down by 7, 18-11, 15 seconds in to the second quarter. And Fowler, boy, nearly was caught by surprise. Over to Leeper, just across the timeline, met by Griffith. Dribbling to her right, bounce pass to Barkuski, met by Wheatley, dribbles to her right to the free throw line. In the right corner, Renneker, right of the lane, bounce pass, and there is a foul on the Mustangs. And that could be on Wheatley on a push, which would be her second foul. Yeah, that might land her on the bench with a second foul there. And to throw it in will be Cavey. Here comes Destiny Pelton along with Whitney Frasco into the game for Wolf and Wheatley. And to throw it in is Emily Cavey. Cavey looking, still looking. On the outside right, feeds Barkuski. Now in the right corner for Cavey. Takes the 3, and that's off the back of the rim, but the long rebound into the hands of Leeper. Sydney Leeper maintains the dribble against Maddie Griffith. 7:17 to go, second quarter. Berthoud 18, Fort Morgan 11. Baseball pass, right corner, Cavey dribbles, penetrates, and then has the ball stripped away by Christensen, and Destiny Pelton has it in the corner, and then it's poked out of bounds by Cavey. Mustangs retain possession, 4th turnover by the Spartans. And Christensen to throw it in. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice. Griffith penetrates, floats it up and in. Down the middle of the lane, Maddie Griffith. And Fort Morgan is to within 5. Berthoud 18, Fort Morgan 13. 6:52 to go before the break. Sydney Leeper against Griffith, feeds it high right for Barkuski. Barkuski against Pelton, back out to Cavey. Down low in the lane, Renneker turns and scores off that feed. A little 2-footer there for Ariana Renneker. She's got 5. The lead is up to 7. 20-13 Berthoud, 6.5 to go before halftime. Here's Allie Bauman. Bauman picks up the dribble against Fowler. Now she's in trouble. Back out to Griffith. Dribbles by 1. 5-on-4. Griffith all the way. Scoops it up and in. Maddie Griffith down the middle of the lane once she beat the defender. Maddie Griffith now with 7. The Mustangs to within 5. 20-15. 6:12 to go. Second quarter. Here's Barkuski against Pelton. Dribbles to her right. Into the lane. Outside right. Renneker. 3 is up. And that's an air ball. Maddie Griffith has the basketball for Fort Morgan. Overhead pass to Christensen. Mustangs have numbers. It's a 4-on-3. Right wing 3 is off the back of the rim. And it's chased down in the quarter by Sydney Leeper. Leeper with a second rebound. Leeper on the outside right. Dribbles right baseline. In the right corner for Cavey. Back out cross-court pass to Fowler. At the top now for Renneker. 5:45 to go. Second quarter. Backing up. Cavey 3 is back rimmed. And the ball is out of bounds. And it's Mustang basketball. Again, only down by 5. We're talking about a 14-win, 3-loss team. And Fort Morgan is playing one heck of a game so far. Christensen is out. And Clementina Numero-Longo's into the game. again, improve against every opponent the second time around. The Mustangs have done that, and they're doing that tonight so far. A pick there from Allie Bauman. Griffith back out to Bauman straight away. On the outside left of Frasco. Frasco dribbles to her right towards the top, picks up the dribble, still looking. She's got to get rid of it, and she bounces at free throw line for Pelton. Pelton back out on the outside right to Griffith. Penetrates, pulls up, shot is blocked out of there by Salin. Griffith gets it back, puts it up, and that's going to be short, and the ball is deflected over to Pelton. Pelton with the basketball, and the Mustangs reset. Nice job as the Mustangs stay with it. Pelton in the lane, and she double dribbled. Well, Fort Morgan had a chance to cut that to a 3-point lead, but again, only down, or a 3-point deficit, only down by 5. And we hit the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Berthoud 20, Fort Morgan 15 in Berthoud. Sydney Leeper against Maddie Griffith on the high right. Lobs it down low for Salin. Bodied up by Numera Longo. Left-handed hook hits nothing but window. Destiny Pelton has the board for Fort Morgan. Here is Maddie Griffith into the front court. Met over there on the outside right now by Bauman. Bauman with the basketball. Free throw line for Frasco. Left of the lane. And then she puts the shot up and in! Oh! About a little 10-footer for Whitney Frasco. And Fort Morgan trails by only 3. 4.5 to go in the second. 20-17. Salin back out on the high right for Leeper. Fakes the three. Dribbles all the way. Pulls up and banks and misses. And Frasco had the ball. Looked like he was bumped. No whistle. And then banking it in is Ali Padilla. Wow, that one hurt. That looked like Fort Morgan had control of the basketball with 4:08 to go in the second. Berthoud 22, Fort Morgan 17. Here is Bauman. Bounce pass Numera Longo. Turns and scores off the glass to the right of the hoop. Beautiful feed. Mustangs down by 3 again. 22-19. 3:55 to go, second quarter. Leeper, right wing 3, is off the front of the rim. And the ball is out of bounds. That is off of Barkuski of Berthoud. And here comes Kelsey Klaus for Destiny Pelton. Get a delicious treat at Willow Coffee and Bake Shop on Edison Street in Brush. Maddie Griffith jump pass on the high right for Bauman. Bauman in the right corner feeds Klaus. Looked like she was fouled. She was by Barkuski. And that'll be the 14th foul on Berthoud. Second personal against Barkuski. Klaus to throw it in for the right corner. Fort Morgan playing very well here. They've committed just 6 turnovers in a game. They've been very disciplined offensively. Here is Maddie Griffith. Bounce pass on the outside right for Bauman. Right baseline to Klaus. And then that pass, luckily, was poked out of bounds there by Padilla. That was a lot of traffic there. Fort Morgan gets a break. They retain possession on a pass intended for Numera Longo. Griffith to throw it in at the top for Frasco. Frasco on the outside right to Griffith. Griffith dribbles to her left. Bounce pass to Frasco. Outside left to Bauman. She'll take the long one, and that's going to be short. And the ball is volleyballed around, and it's taken away over there by Brianna Fowler of Berthoud, her 4th rebound. Fowler across the timeline. Back out to Leeper. Leeper crossover dribble on Maddie Griffith. Now Griffith backs off a bit. 3:09 to go in the second. Berthoud 22, Fort Morgan 19. On the high right to Barkuski, guarded by Klaus. Now in the right corner to Leeper. Penetrates right baseline. Excellent defense by Griffith, cutting her off. At the top now for Padilla. Into the lane. Floats it up off the glass and no good. And there's a tie for the rebound. Bauman and Padilla possession arrow. Berthoud. And to trigger it in will be Brianna Fowler. Very entertaining first half. With the Mustangs only down by 3. Fowler looking, still looking in the left corner for Padilla. Picks up her dribble. Outside right to Leeper in the right corner for Fowler. Dribbles to her left, right of the lane. Now to Leeper. Fakes the 3, dribbles in. Now he's going to have to back it out to Fowler. Right wing 3 is around and no good. And Maddie Griffith has her 5th rebound for the Mustangs. Gets a pick from Frasco. Dribbles across the timeline. Now Maddie Griffith will back it off over to Frasco. Back out to Griffith straight away. Over to Kelsey Klaus on the high left. Back out to Frasco. Overhead pass is forced. And that one's intercepted. Not a good pass there. And it's taken away. Here comes Fowler. Bounce pass Padilla. She banks it in. Yep, can make those mistakes again. That's where defense turns into offense. 24-19 in favor of. And then another turnover. Maddie Griffith threw it low right towards the feet of Frasco in the front court out of bounds. So Fort Morgan 2 turnovers there in a span of about 20 seconds. And they don't want to keep that going. It's 24-19 Berthoud with 2:10 to go before the break. Lauren Keller is back into the game. She had 2 early fouls. And now we'll play the final hopefully the final 2 minutes of the quarter here if she doesn't pick up a third. On the outside left, Padilla with the basketball. Back out to Fowler. Fakes the three, steps into the lane, and then she's fouled. I think Keller got her. Yep, I think she got her on the drive to the basket. Yep, that's going to be her third foul. And that time of play is going to last all of 15 seconds for Keller. She's still in the game. The left-handed free throw by the sophomore is good. Her first points of the quarter. Back into the game is Christensen. Berthoud 25, Fort Morgan 19. A minute 57 to go before halftime. Second free throw for Fowler is in the air, and that's perfect. Fowler now is 7. Berthoud with a 7-point lead. Maddie Griffith the other way. Dribbles on the outside right. Jump pass right corner for Christensen. Dribbles, pulls up from 10, and that's going to be short. And the long rebound is controlled over there by Salander. Second rebound on the outlet to Leaper. On the outside right with the basketball is Addie Spears. Now in the corner, Cavey back out to Spears. Straight away to Leaper. Griffith right there playing some solid defense. Leaper in the left corner. Fowler penetrates left baseline. Bounce pass down low for Salin. Back out to Fowler. Right corner. Three is up and good. Boy, Brianna Fowler can shoot. She's got 10 in the game. All of a sudden, Berthoud is on a 7-0 run, and they lead by 10. Overhead pass by Griffith is intercepted over there by Spears. Bounce pass is thrown out of bounds by Fowler, so the teams trade turnovers. Fort Morgan basketball, Bauman in the backcourt. Boy, you want to keep this at 10 at the worst. Now that Berthoud has gained all the momentum here in the final, or in the last 2 minutes in the backcourt. Bauman to Griffith, bounce pass to Bauman. Overhead pass is taken in the front court. Boy, off of Christensen's hand, but then it went off Saland out of bounds. And Fort Morgan retains possession front court to the left of the basket. And Allie Christensen to throw it in. Boys game coming up at approximately 7:15. Christensen lobs it inside. It went by Numera Longo, but chased down by Griffith at midcourt. Now to Bauman. Near the left corner to Klaus. Back out to Bauman on the high left. 55 seconds to go, second quarter. Berthoud 29, Fort Morgan 19. Bounce pass goes, well, it went by Numera Longo. I don't think she had a shot, and it's taken away over there by Sydney Leaper. 10 turnover for Fort Morgan. Leaper to Fowler straight away. The Mustangs have gotten a little bit sloppy here in the last 2 minutes. Here is Spears down low, and turning and shooting is scoring is Cavey. Wow, off the glass. Kind of threw it up there, but it went down. It's a 9-0 run for Berthoud, 31-19. 26 seconds to go in the opening half. Bauman overhead pass to Griffith. Griffith, middle of the lane, had the ball stripped. Taken away by Spears. That's 4 turnovers in the last minute and a half. Here is Sydney Leaper. Leaper hands it off to Fowler. Left baseline shot good. Little 12-footer there for Fowler. And now it's an 11-0 run. 33-19, 2 seconds to go. And then the ball is lost in the front court again. And it's taken away by Berthoud, and that's the end of the half. The Mustangs with 5 turnovers there in the last 2 minutes of the first half. With the score, Berthoud 33, Fort Morgan 19. We will take a break here momentarily and then set you up for the halftime show. From Berthoud, it's 33-19 Spartans. 3 minutes on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. All right, let's head to quarter number 3. The Fort Morgan Mustang girls are trying to hold an opponent under 60 points for the 7th straight game. In the first 4 in Tri-Valley League play, they had allowed more than 60, but they have played a lot better defense here in the last 6 games. And have given up 55 points or less. But right now, Berthoud, after that huge run to close out the first half, has scored 33. So Fort Morgan's defense has to tighten up even more if they want to hold a 7 straight opponent under 60 points. Bauman to throw it in out there with Griffith, Frasco, Christensen, and Numera Longo. Keller still on the bench with 3 fouls. Griffith lost it in the backcourt. She's got to get it across the timeline. Boy, there's no way they're going to do it here. Bauman still in the backcourt. And they need a timeout, and Mitch Elrick is going to give it to him beautifully. Nice call there by Coach Elrick. if he didn't ask for the timeout, there was no way, as Bauman was still in the backcourt near the top of that three-point circle, and it probably down to about a second to go before it was a 10-second violation. In fact, the clock says 7:47. So, but the ball was batted away initially. The Mustangs will have the basketball. We'll set the lineup as well here for Berthoud. Emily Cavey, Sydney Leeper, Brianna Fowler, Ariana Reneker, and Maddie Barkuski. Along the side in the backcourt, Bauman to throw it in. Yeah, this is what this thing bugs me to never end. They use the same game clock to count down a full timeout, so it's still running down to 15-14, even though that was only a 30-second timeout, which is ridiculous. They should just keep a separate clock there, especially if they don't know how to stop it. We're just waiting till that clock runs to 0 and then resets to the game clock, which was at 7:47. I mean, now it's at 7:56. That's not right. Yeah, there's no way that's right. And then the front court pass by Christensen is intercepted there by Brianna Fowler. The lob down low for KB Banks and scores from Fowler. 13 turnover by Fort Morgan. It's a 16-point lead and a 13-0 run. Frasco to Griffith. Now left wing, Christensen three. Boy, she pulled the string badly, but Numero Longo picks it up and scores. Clementina Numero Longo's got 4 in the game. That stops the 13-0 run. The Mustangs to within 14, 35-21. Here is Sydney Leeper. Baseball pass. Left baseline for Fowler. Back out to Reneker. Straight away to Cavey. Cavey on the outside left. Fowler penetrates left baseline. Bounce pass inside. Poked away. Loose. Picked up by Numero Longo. Turnover number 6. Then it's restolen by Fowler. Over to Barkuski. She puts it up and in. It got a lot of rim and it went down for Barkuski. Berthoud 37, Fort Morgan 21. Christensen, jump pass is tipped away but taken by Griffith on the high right. Right corner, Bauman penetrates, bounce pass down low, is poked out of bounds by Leeper. Mustangs retain possession off the bounce. With 6:50 to go, third quarter, Berthoud by 16. And Bauman to throw it in. Bauman looking, still looking. And I don't know, I think that was intended for Numero Longo. And then it bounced off the back of a Spartan. I'm not sure what Allie was trying to do there. Nonetheless, now Maddie Griffith will throw it in. Now, they're gonna, if it hit the backboard first, that'll be Berthoud basketball. But apparently it did not. Mustangs retain possession. And on the outside, left to Numero Longo. Here's Christensen, left corner. Griffith, three in the air, and that's off the front of the rim. And the ball is tipped around. It's Fowler had it, but she was on the floor. And now Maddie Griffith to the floor. And I think that's a foul there on Reneker. Yeah, Maddie Griffith comes away with the ball. That's going to be a foul on Reneker. That'll be her first. Well, it's a nice job. Maddie Griffith already was 6 tonight on the boards. Left corner, Bauman penetrates left of the lane. Back out to Griffith. Griffith with the basketball. Overhead pass is taken on the outside right. Christensen, three is up, and she missed badly again. And Sydney Leeper pulls down the rebound. Allie is stone cold tonight. She has not scored in the game. In fact, I don't think she scored till late in the game against Holy Family. Bounce pass cross court is knocked out of bounds. Nice defense by Allie Christensen. Berthoud retains possession. 6:19 to go, third quarter. And Berthoud with a 37-21 lead. And to throw it in is Fowler. To the left of the basket in the front court. Over to Cavey. Back on the high right to Leeper. Baseball pass back out to Fowler. Now straight away to Reneker. On the high right to Leeper. Left wing, Fowler. Three is up, and that is off the front of the rim. But it takes a long hop here to Reneker. And here's Fowler. Cross-court pass to Leeper. She'll take the three. That's off the back of the rim. But it's chased down by Reneker again. And then the Mustangs have it. They come away with the basketball off the loose ball. Turnover number 8. Here's Griffith. Straight away three. Yes! Maddie Griffith scores. She's got 10 in the game. Fort Morgan trails by a baker's dozen. Berthoud 37, Fort Morgan 24. 5:39 to go, third quarter. Sydney Leeper on the outside left against Griffith. Cross-court pass to Fowler. She'll take the right wing three, and that's an air ball. Maddie Griffith has the basketball for Fort Morgan. Maddie Griffith dribbles by two. Maddie Griffith right of the lane, right corner. Here is the three from Christensen. Boy, that got the lip of the rim. Frasco, though, grabs it. She puts it up and in and out. And the rebound to Barkuski. Yeah, Allie doesn't look right tonight with that release. That was about as close as she's come off the lip of the rim, but nothing's been in and out. She's getting good looks, too. Fowler in the left corner for Reneker. Back out to Leeper. Nita took a long three. Now to Cavey. Long three on the right side. Yes. Emily Cavey now has 9 in the game. And that is the 6th three-pointer made by Berthoud. 40-24. 4:49 to go. Here's Christensen into the lane, pulling up from 6, and that's off to the left. And the rebound to Fowler. That's her 5th. Fowler out of the pack with a basketball. Again, a good look there by Allie. Nice strong move. A hop step, jumping and missing his Leeper. Numera Longo with a rebound. And then the ball is knocked out of bounds by Cavey on the pass. And Allie Padilla comes into the game for Barkuski. Cavey is out and Kelsey Salland is in. Mustang basketball. 4.5 to go in the third. Berthoud 40, Fort Morgan 24. Bounce pass to Bauman, stripped away, picked up by Leeper. Turnover number 15 for Fort Morgan. Here's the bounce over to Fowler. Left baseline shot. She missed it. Put back is up and missed by Salland. And then it's tipped away. Here's Leeper. 15-footer good. They're getting too many chances now. Berthoud's open up an 18-point lead. Griffith across the timeline. Dribbles by two. Wide open to Numera Longo. She scores off the glass. What a nice feed there by Griffith. Numera Longo was camping underneath the basket. And there's a foul on Bauman in the front court with 4:01 to go. In the third quarter for Bauman, that's just her first. In fact, that's the first foul committed by either side. And the Mustangs will go 5 for 5 here. Wolf, Keller, Wheatley, Klaus, and Pelton. And to throw it in is Fowler. Back out to Leeper. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. 42-26. Berthoud in the lead. Leeper lobs it left corner for Fowler. Against Emma Wolf. Swings it back out to Leeper near the timeline. Guarded by Keller. Sydney Leeper. Dribbles to her right. Gets a pick from Reneker. Behind the three-point line. Picked up by Wheatley. Nice defense by Fort Morgan. Cross court to Fowler. Fowler against Wolf. On the outside right to Leeper. Right baseline for Padilla. And she looked like a travel. But instead it's going to be a foul on Fort Morgan. Autumn Wheatley commits her third. Second team foul. And to throw it in three-quarters court will be Reneker. Bounce pass near the timeline to Leeper. Leeper against Keller, dribbling to her left. In the right corner, Reneker, she'll take the three, and that's off the back of the rim. And nice rebound there. Kelsey Klaus goes high for the Mustang board. There's the outlet to Keller. 3:18 to go in the third. 42-26 Berthoud. Keller near midcourt. Bounce pass taken by Wheatley. Wheatley on the high left of the lane. Wheatley's got to get rid of the basketball. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to Keller in the lane. All the way, scoops it up and in! Boy, a nice pass from Wheatley. Nice move there by Keller in the lane. Lauren Keller with 4. Mustangs down by 14. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Right wing 3. Reneker off the back of the rim, but it's chased down by Fowler. Leeper's 3. Yes. Leeper again. She's got 11. 45-28, 7 3-pointer, and then Wolf's jump pass is intercepted by Reneker. Now here's Fowler, little 12-footer around it, no good. And that's a Mustang rebound by Lauren Keller. Keller wrestles the ball out of the pack. Keller in the backcourt now to Wheatley, crosses the timeline. Wheatley bounce pass, and that one's intercepted by Padilla. 17 turnover, bounce pass to Leeper. She banks and misses, and there's a tie for the rebound. Boy, Keller, she is a tough player. Right there with Reneker. Possession arrow, though, stays with Berthoud. And here comes Spears into the game for Reneker. It's a 17-point lead for Berthoud. To throw it in as Fowler with 2:21 to go in the third quarter. On the outside right to Leeper. Picked up by Keller. Dribbling to her left. At the top. On the outside left, Fowler. Wide open 3. Front rim, no. But the rebound in the lane. The putback is up and missed. Over there by Padilla, and then Destiny Pelton wrestles that basketball away from a Berthoud Spartan on the outlet to Wheatley. 2 minutes to go in the third. Wheatley with the basketball. Wheatley lost control of the ball. It's loose on the floor. Keller goes diving for the ball, but then it's picked up by Sydney Leeper. Turnover for the Mustangs, their 18th. Then the shot is an air ball on the left baseline by Fowler, knocked out of bounds. And that is off, I believe, Fort Morgan. So Berthoud retains possession. To throw it in will be Salland. Mustangs were down by 14 at the break. The difference in this game, a 13-0 run that began late in the second quarter. And to trigger it in is Reneker on the outside right to Spears, guarded by Keller, dribbling to her left, back out over to Leeper. Leeper right wing to Spears. In the right corner here is Padilla, now to Spears, straight away to Sydney Leeper with a left-handed dribble. Against Emma Wolf, dribbling left to the lane. No-look pass over to Reneker. Reneker steps in. The runner's up and no good from 10. And the rebound is controlled by Autumn Wheatley of Fort Morgan. Wheatley with her first on the outlet. Wheatley looking for somebody. She still is dribbling the basketball. Now feeds Wolf. Wolf still in the backcourt. Front court pass to Wheatley. Wheatley a minute 15 to go. Left baseline for Pelton. And then the ball was dribbled off the foot of Padilla out of bounds. Mustangs retain possession with 74 seconds to go in the third. When it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead, or a college that's close to home, Northeastern. Keller down low to Pelton, puts it up, and she's fouled as she misses. Nice feed there by Keller to the cutting Pelton to the left of the hoop. And Destiny Pelton to the line. No free throws have been taken by either team in the quarter until now. Pelton connects, nothing but string for Destiny Pelton. Her first points of the game. She's the 7th Mustang in the scoring column. Sydney Leeper is out of the game. And in for the first time is Martha Reneker. Second free throw by Pelton is back rimmed off to the left. And Ali Padilla grabs the rebound for the Spartans on the outlet to Martha Reneker. So two Renekers in there. Martha against Lauren Keller, dribbling to her right behind the three-point line. Stripped by Keller. Now the ball is loose in the backcourt. It's picked up by Wheatley. She will bank and score off the glass with the left hand. The turnover is number 9 for Berthoud. 45-31. It was a 14-point lead at the break. It's 14 right now. On the outside right, there's a foul by Fort Morgan. Oh, I hope that's not Keller. Nope, it's Autumn Wheatley. But that's Wheatley's fourth, so one of them was going to pick up their fourth. Maddie Griffith will come in for Wheatley. With 44.6 seconds to go, third quarter. Mustangs trailing 45-31. And three-quarters court. Spears gets it in off the hand of Reneker in the backcourt. It's picked off by Maddie Griffith. She banks and scores. Maddie Griffith to the left of the basket. Turnover number 10 for Berthoud, 5 in the quarter. Griffith with 12. Fort Morgan to within 12. 29 seconds to go. With the basketball is Ariana Reneker. Back to Martha Reneker. Oh, she's fouled by Keller. That was not a good foul. She was 20 feet away from the basket. And way too tight on the defense. Here comes Allie Bauman. Yeah, you don't want to foul that late in the quarter and that far away from the basket. Keller knew it. And she is upset with herself there, out of the game with 4 fouls. So the Mustangs have 2 players in foul trouble. Three-quarters court. Reneker gets it into Leeper. Leeper dribbles against Maddie Griffith. 17 seconds to go. Over to Ariana Reneker on the outside right to Leeper. Left wing here is Fowler. 12 seconds remaining. Right baseline to Reneker with 9. Overhead pass to Leeper with 8. On the outside left to Fowler with 6. Now to Leeper. Right baseline to Reneker with 4. Trapped underneath. And then the ball is knocked out of bounds by Pelton. Berthoud retains possession. 3.4 seconds to go. And Berthoud holds a 12-point lead. And Fowler to throw it in to the left of the basket in the front court. Fowler looking in the left corner, penetrating Padilla. Back out to Reneker. Puts up a runner, is up and around, no good. And that's it. That's the end of the quarter. Nice quarter for Fort Morgan as they outscored Berthoud 14-12. It's Berthoud 45, Fort Morgan 33. It's a 1-minute break. We'll come back with a fourth after this on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. John Beltran back at Berthoud. Let's head to the fourth quarter, where the Mustangs trail the Berthoud Spartans 45-33. It's Griffith, Christensen, Bauman, the inbounds passer, Frasco, Numero, Longo for Fort Morgan. And Emily Cavey, Ariana Reneker, Fowler, along with Sydney Leeper and Barkuski, Maddie Barkuski for Berthoud. And a baseball pass, and that was a hard pass in the left corner, out of bounds, intended for Numera Longo, thrown by Christensen. Let me tell you, I would have been intimidated trying to catch that one. She has got an arm. Turnover number 19 for Fort Morgan. Berthoud has committed 10. Leaper the other way on the outside left at the top for Barkuski. Right corner wide open, KB3, and that's off the front of the rim. Nice strong side rebound for Whitney Frasco, her third. On the outlet to Maddie Griffith, overhead pass front court to Bauman. Bauman with a 2-on-1, bounce pass to Numera Longo. She bounces, she banks, and she scores! Numera Longo again. She's got 8 points in the game. Fort Morgan to within 10. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, they lose this game, but they're playing really well. They've only had a couple of so-so stretches. Left corner, Fowler, 3 is up, and she's too good. Wide open, and she made it from the corner. She was held scoreless in the third for Fowler. That's her third triple. She's got 15 in the game. 48-35, Numera Longo at the top, outside left. Christensen takes the 3. There you go, Allie. Oh, she scores for the first time in the game. Mustangs make it a 10-point deficit again. Berthoud 48, Fort Morgan 38, 6:52 to go in the game. On the outside right to Renneker, lob at the top for Leaper. Won't take the 3, now to Fowler outside left, picked up by Bauman. Leaper dribbles right to the lane, right corner Renneker, dribbles to her left, cross-court pass to Fowler, picked up by Bauman. Now on the outside right to Renneker, bounce pass right baseline, and that's intercepted beautifully by Numera Longo. Turnover number 11. Here comes Bauman the other way, dribbles by 2. Bauman puts up a floater off the glass and in! A little 10-footer by Bauman. Fort Morgan to within 8. 48-40, 6:20 to go from Berthoud. And this team is 14-3 that Fort Morgan is facing. That's why the Mustangs are definitely better in their record. There's the lob right baseline to Renneker, left corner. Here's the shot up, and that's short, missed by Cavey. The ball tipped into Fowler's hand, and she scored. Boy, lucky bounce there. Fowler with 7 rebounds and now 17 points. 50-40, 6 minutes to go. And then a bad pass from Christensen intended for Numera Longo. It's picked off by Sydney Leaper. And then we've got a foul, I believe. Yep. Foul by Christensen with a blocker, first foul. That's the team's 5th. And to throw it in just beyond midcourt will be, let's see, is that Padilla now into the game? No, that's Renneker. Check that. Over to Sydney Leaper. Leaper against Griffith, spinning at the top. On the outside right to Renneker. Bounce pass right of the lane to Barkuski. Then the ball tipped by Christensen. Taken by Renneker. Straightaway Leaper. Fakes the 3. Steps to her right. Back out to Renneker. Thinks about the 3. Christensen right there. Entry pass to Barkuski. Straightaway Leaper on the outlet. She nails the triple straight away. Wide open 3-pointer. Can't leave her that open. That's 4 3-pointers for Leaper. And she has got 14 points in the game. Midcourt pass taken by Numera Longo, and then she threw it in the backcourt. That's an over and back. Yeah, Griffith caught it, but she was not planted in the front court. Turnover unofficially, number 21 for the Mustangs, down by 13. But again, they're playing pretty well here. This is a very good Berthoud team. On the outside left to Fowler. 5:17 to go in the game. In the left corner to Cavey. Overhead pass down low for Barkuski. Dribbles, banks, and scores with the left hand. Nice move there by Maddie Barkuski. She's got 4. And it was an 8-point lead moments ago. 7-0 run for Berthoud. There's a Berthoud steal. Bounce pass to Cavey. She banks and scores over Christensen. And now this Berthoud team using their experience and their talent here to open up a 17-point lead. Foul or a timeout, I believe, before the call was made. Berthoud now in a 9-0 run. They had a 13-0 run late in the second, early in the third. 4:55 to go in the game. It's a 1-minute break. Berthoud 57, Fort Morgan 40 on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Out of the timeout, Maddie Griffith is fouled as she pulled up in the lane. Been very few fouls committed in this game. Not marked on the board. Not sure who got her there, but nonetheless, the Griffith free throw is around and good. Maddie Griffith with 13. Berthoud's only committed 6 fouls in the entire game. Second free throw in and out. Pelton goes for the rebound, and it's saved in nice by Barkuski, though, of Berthoud. 57-41, 4:39 to go from Berthoud. Boys game coming up at approximately 7:15, and there's a kicking violation. And we might start a tad earlier than 7:15 if this game finishes a little bit quicker, because with very few fouls, you've had very few free throws. Leaper, free throw line. Barkowski, right corner for Reneker. Back out to Leaper. On the outside, left to Fowler. Left corner, Cavey. Penetrates left baseline. Puts up a floater up and no good. And the ball is tipped around out of bounds. That is off of Berthoud. Off of Cavey herself. Mustang basketball. They were down by 10 early, cut it to 3. Then they cut it to 8 earlier in this quarter. Maddie Griffith into the lane. She's fouled. That'll be the 14th foul. And I believe Reneker's committed that one. Either her or Cavey. Yep, it's Reneker. Ariana Reneker with her second. And Kelsey Sallin checks in for Barkowski. And here comes Padilla for Reneker. Bauman to the right of the basket in the front court looking for a cutter. Feeds Christensen down low. Christensen banks and scores to the right of the basket. Nice look by Allie Bauman. Nice cut by Allie Christensen. Christensen with 5 points in the game, all in the quarter. Again, Fort Morgan has it down to 14. There's a 3 right wing, in and out. Missed by Padilla, but the shot is back up and in by Sallin. She was wide open on the weak side. Scores for the first time. 59-43, 3:49 to go, fourth quarter. Allie Bauman into the lane, puts up a runner, back rimmed, and no good. And there is a tie-up for the rebound. Possession arrow, I believe, is going to go to Berthoud. Sallin and Bauman right there wrestling the basketball, trying to wrestle it away from each other. And Berthoud has it. Up by 16. But Fort Morgan has definitely played this team better than they did when they lost by 28 at home. Bounce pass to Leaper. In the right corner, here's Cavey. Back out on the right wing to Ali Padilla. Straight away to Leaper. 3:26 remaining in the game. Lob to Cavey. Takes the 3, and that's off the front of the rim. And on the bounce, Allie Christensen has her second board. On the outlet to Maddie Griffith. Griffith dribbling right of the lane. All the way, pulls up. That could be, it's a traveling violation. Turnover number 23 there. And here comes Sydney Leaper for Berthoud. Leaper against Griffith. On the high right to Padilla. We have hit the 3-minute mark in the right corner for Fowler. Right baseline for Cavey. Turns, shoots, and misses. A little 5-footer. And Allie Christensen has the rebound. There's the outlet to Bauman. Bauman, long pass. Went behind Pelton. Intercepted by Cavey. And now Fowler has it. Turnover number 24 for the Mustangs. So again, the turnover total is a little bit too high for Fort Morgan. They were disciplined for the most part in the first half. On the outside right, Padilla. Cross court now to Leaper. Baseball pass tipped away, but taken in the right corner. Fowler 3 is going to be well short, but it takes such a big bounce back out to Fowler. And now then Padilla's pass is intercepted by Bauman. And then it's loose in the front court. Keller has her checked out. That's Griffith. Now to Christensen. Takes the 3. Partially blocked. And the ball is loose, and we got a whistle. I think we have a Mustang foul on Griffith in the backcourt off the rebound there by Padilla. Yep. Klaus and Numero Longo check in for Fort Morgan. And Frasco and Pelton are out. 59-43 in favor of Berthoud. They've got the basketball with 2:06 to go. Sydney Leaper on the high right against Griffith. Maintains the crossover dribble. Back out near the timeline to Fowler. Now they just play catch. Fowler and Leaper. Leaper to her right. In no hurry to shoot. Now to Sallin. Back out to Leaper. Cross court to Emily Cavey. We're down to a minute 46. Left corner for Padilla, and she traveled. Yeah, she took too many steps. Number 13 in terms of turnovers there for Berthoud. Christensen now out. Allie really played a nice fourth quarter there offensively. And pretty solid defensively all game. But she did not have her stroke for the first 3 quarters. Here's Maddie Griffith right of the lane all the way. Floats it up off the glass and too strong. And Sallin with the rebound. And that, well, close to a foul on Griffith, but she backed off. That's a good no call there. There's the outlet to Leaper. A minute 28 to go in the game. Berthoud 59, Fort Morgan 43. Fowler free throw line. Sallin left corner. Back out to Barkuski. Now here's Leeper. Leeper against Griffith, dribbles to her right, no need to foul there. Mustangs do have 16 fouls. Leeper in the right corner, and there's the three that's taken by Reneker. That is no good, and the ball is controlled. There's a rebound for Salin. They reset. Back out to Leeper. Griffith went for the steal and got the steal. Griffith all the way, has it blocked out of there beautifully by Leeper, but she was on the line as the ball was still in the air. So a turnover by Berthoud. Nice defensive play by Griffith, but the Mustangs do have possession after the block shot out of bounds. 58.9 seconds to go. Griffith overhead pass to Bauman. In the right corner, Griffith, she'll take the three. That's going to be way off. In fact, they got nothing but air. And in the corner, Maddie Barkuski has it for Berthoud. On the outlet to Brianna Fowler. 45 seconds to go in the game. And a timeout, 30-second timeout called by Berthoud. I'm guessing they want to bring in players off the bench to finish this one off with a 59-43 lead. Their biggest lead has been 17. And I know it's not going to be a Fort Morgan win, but to me, this is one of the, with the exception of a couple of lapses, this is one of the better games they've played all season, considering they're on the road against a ranked opponent. And they've shown some flashes of brilliance in this one. Marilongo, Griffith, Klaus, Wolf, and Ali Bauman in the final 44.4 seconds for Fort Morgan. And I don't know, no, Coach Gibson, he didn't clear the bench at all. Although Addie Spears will throw it in. And to Brianna Fowler. Back out to Salland. Now, if they don't score, this is another game that Fort Morgan, you don't want to foul here. You can hold this team under 60. And then a steal by Emma Wolf. Wolf pulls up and she traveled. Yep, it's a good call. She shuffled the feet. 31.3 to go. Fort Morgan doesn't foul here. If they don't put them on the line, this will be the 7th consecutive game they hold an opponent under 60. So you can look at that number here. Salland at the top, 24 seconds to go. Now to Barkuski. Don't commit the foul here. Don't just play tough defense. 18 seconds remaining. Now to Fowler with 17. Now to Salland with 15. I mean, this is an accomplishment here if you can do this. Barkuski now with 10. No reason to foul. Just let them run it out with 7. Barkuski now with 5. Barkuski between her legs with 4. With 3. She will dribble out the clock. And the Mustangs lose this game 59-43. But again, for the 7th straight game, they hold an opponent under 60 points after their first 4 Tri-Valley opponents had exceeded 60 points. Again, I know a lot of people are not fans of moral victories, but this is the 2nd best team in the Tri-Valley. And they get it done tonight, but not without a little bit of a struggle as they defeat the Fort Morgan Mustangs 59-43. And as was the case when the game was played in Fort Morgan when they had 3 players in double figures, that was also the case here tonight in Berthoud. We'll get to the post-game show here coming up momentarily, as the boys are warming up right now. But our 10-minute clock has not started. And I'm not sure why. The clock is set at 10. Teams are warming up, but the clock is not moving whatsoever. And now it finally is. That's our cue for the break. The final score in the girls' game. Berthoud 59, Fort Morgan 43. It's a 3-minute break, and then we'll wrap up this girls' game right after this on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Fort Morgan Mustang post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College, there to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. Fort Morgan girls actually played a pretty darn good game tonight against this Berthoud team, which was going for its 15th win. And they gave this team a scare. They were down by 3 in the first half, by 8 in the fourth quarter, but Berthoud too strong, especially with their three-point shooting. Sydney Leeper had 4 3-pointers by herself. And they had 9 in the game as Berthoud won 59-43, 18-9 after 1, 33-19 at the break. Fort Morgan outscored Berthoud 14-12 in the third. Made it a 48-40 game in the fourth before Berthoud scored 11 of the final 14 points, outscoring Fort Morgan in the fourth 14-10. The visiting Mustangs had 13 points and 7 rebounds, both team highs from Maddie Griffith. Clementina Numerolongo with 8 points. Autumn Wheatley with 6. Allie Christensen had 5, all in the fourth quarter. 4 points apiece for Allie Bauman and Lauren Keller. And for Keller, unfortunately for her, she was saddled with foul trouble for most of the game. 2 points for Whitney Frasco and a free throw for Destiny Pelton. For Berthoud, 17 points for Brianna Fowler. 14 in the game from Sydney Leeper. Emily Cavey in double figures with 11. And then 5 points from Ariana Reniker. 4 in the game for Maddie Barkuski and Ali Padilla. 2 points for Addie Spears and Kelsey Salin. Berthoud out rebounding Fort Morgan 28-22. As Fowler had 8 to lead Berthoud, and as I mentioned, 7 for Maddie Griffith. The Mustangs did commit 25 turnovers in the game. 12 in the opening half, 13 in the second, 15 for Berthoud. One of the reasons this game went by so quickly, there were a total of 10 free throws taken in the entire game. Brianna Fowler took 2 in the second quarter and made both for Berthoud. That was it. Fort Morgan attempted 8 free throws, making 5 at 63%. Berthoud with a victory improves to 9-2 in the Tri-Valley and 15-3 overall. And the Mustangs are 1-10 in league play and 5-13 on the season. So that's the final tonight here in Berthoud. The Berthoud girls defeat Fort Morgan 59-43. Let's take a 3-minute break while the starting lineups and the tip of tonight's game with the Fort Morgan and Berthoud boys here in Berthoud. This is Mustang basketball right here on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com.